It's doubled its opening quote. Step Ahead has been easy too. Very solid support has been King's Cottage. It's about the same price on track now. In fact, even a little shorter on course. So now Siberiad to get set. Damien Oliver's out of the saddle on Siberiad at the moment. We have a late scratching for later in the day. Race 7, number 3, Moona Brook, came out just a few moments ago. 1:44, in fact. Race 7, number 3, Moona Brook, a late scratching. And here, I wonder what's going on with Siberiad. It's being led around behind the line here. Just not too sure what's happening, whether it might be coming out itself. I didn't see it get into any trouble. Now, delay, it might be being replated, I think. Okay, previous on the card here was won by Divine Secret, ridden by Noel Kello for Robbie Lang. It was Noel's 18th winner for the month, which is right up there with his best. He had a month where he rode 21 winners in the past, but 18, very nearly his record, and he's been flying, leading rider in the month of December in Victoria. The winner, Divine Secret, is out of a half-sister to Excited Angel. They've got their eyes set on the Blood Horse breeders early next year for her, Divine Secret. First on the card, taken out by Flurry's Gem. She's in foal to Rory's Jester. Now raced by the Widden Syndicate. They bought her for some $70,000 earlier this year. And she's to continue racing for a little while. The Standish Handicap on New Year's Day is her next essay. So Farrier at work here with Siberiad, near 4 causing the problems. Don't think there'll be too much work to be done there before we see a start. The other horses are waiting in the gates for Siberiad's re-arrival in the gates. Damien Oliver on board. This fellow's had the 2 runs back in from us.
Moving in well, New Zealand. Larry Olsen, just briefly, your late mail thoughts at Doomben?
Yes, Brendan, 162.17 of the numbers. The top weight, he's got good form in Melbourne. Looks okay in the ring, so I've got to keep him there. I thought the horse has stood out as, you know, they've a little bit on him, this fella, is the 6 seconds to spare. Good type of horse, has got 13 alley. I'll go then for the 2 Helter Skelter from the inside alley, and then I'm putting in the 17 from the Alan Bailey stable. Nice type of horse. You know, there's a few, could be a bit of a trap race. This is a couple that look all right, but the numbers are 1, 6, 2 and 17.
Larry, good job. They're almost set for us, New Zealand. Being replayed at Moonee Valley. We'll be straight back to Moonee Valley. We'll keep you informed during this race where they are at the Valley, but the horse is being replayed as we go across the Tasman.
See now, off in the cup and getting back Carpion from an inside draw. Talking Heads goes back as well as Tudors. Spunky Rhythm when they settle down. Top of the straight and Princess Oregon, Small Town Boy and Journey been planted on the speed, as too is Reign Supreme. Absolute Peace and Super Belt just behind them when they settle. Blanchard's next on the inside rail. A little wider out Starbow, and between them Kinetic and then Nighthawk looking to track a little closer. They come down to us a circuit to make. Millennium Stars on the inside with a length to College Union and 2 to Uncle. A little more than a length Talking Heads inside of Bodie as they run out of the straight. 2 to Carpion and 3 lengths to Spunky Rhythm is the last one. So as they work out of the straight, and top of the straight is the leader. Top of the straight and Thomas Russell, the Cup Trial winner here at his last start, leads from Small Town Boy. There's 4 lengths to Princess Oregon. She's third on the inside of Journey. The next Reign Supreme and Starbow trapped out a little Super Belt inside of those 2 runners. And then Absolute Peace in the centre. Nighthawk goes forward a little wider and Blanchard the inside 3/4 away as the Cup Field gallop up into the back of the track. 1,200 metres to go. A length and a half Kinetic. Then Millennium Star the inside. Uncle was next on the outside. A length College Union. Back on the inside is Talking Heads of Bodie. Carpion second to last and 3 to Spunky Rhythms. Top of the straights trying to run them into the ground here after the 1,000 metres. In the Z1 Motoring Manawatu Cup of 2002. Small Town Boy is second. 2.5 Journey starting to pick up now. The inside Princess Oregon going forward. Starbow and Nighthawk's a little leaper. Reign Supreme behind these. Wider out Absolute Peace goes forward. Then Super Belt. Blanchard came away from the fence. Bosson's about to press her forward at the 600 metres. Kinetic College Union behind these runners has been Uncle Bodie's a long way back with Millennium Star, Talking Heads, Carpion at a distance to Spunky Rhythm as they swing. And they turn here. Small Town Boys hit the lead. Princess Oregon after him. Absolute Peace a little wider. Starbow with those. Blanchard right to the outside, but Small Town Boy taking plenty of catching. He's 3 lengths in front from Princess Oregon. Super Belt running on now. It's Small Town Boy and Beat Sweeney clear in the lead. They won't get the big Taranaki Galloper, and Small Town Boy's got it. Second Super Belt, third Princess Oregon, and then Reign Supreme. Behind these runners, Millennium.
To go. King's Cottage clearly the favourite for the race. Racing now. And King's Cottage jump reasonably. Siberia away nicely in the early stages of the race. Going out fast is Striking Charge to find the lead. So Striking Charge led Siberia, step ahead wide out to third. Resort to Rory back on the inside fourth, and then a half to Gibino. Oh, he got onto heels there or something. He blundered and lost about 2 lengths. Next in the field then came Stylish Command getting up on the inside, and then Excite 'em. And King's Cottage the favourite, 2 lengths away last of all. Striking Charge led. In second placing is Step Ahead, 3 lengths away Siberia. 1 further back Resort to Rory, and then came Gibino. Next in the field is Excite 'em going through between horses. Stylish Command the inside, and King's Cottage last as they go by the school. Striking Charge in front, Step Ahead strides out strongly after it. Then Siberia, Resort to Rory. Gibino next, Excite 'em runs on. King's Cottage second last, has a fair bit of work to do. On the turn now, and Step Ahead moved up, and he's bolted away from them. Step Ahead raced away in the early part of the straight. From Striking Charge, Siberia, King's Cottage is into the clear, but it's Step Ahead well clear. King's Cottage races to second from Siberia. Step Ahead in front. King's Cottage makes a lot of ground, but Step Ahead too good. Step Ahead beat King's Cottage, Siberia. Then a break to Striking Charge, Excite 'em, Resort to Rory, Gibino, and last to finish in the race, Stylish Command.
Beautifully related entrepreneur horse from Rick Hall AC collecting the cash, $5.80, $1.80. The runner-up King's College took a stack of ground off the eventual winner in the run to the line, and third going to the Lee Freedman prepared Siberia. But have a look at the Rick Hall AC colours, pinching a winning break with Dale Smith in the saddle. So 182, fourth to be confirmed. New South Wales trifecta 68.90. Doomben as they move forward. This is the second race on the card. And as they count down to this event, late mail 1, 6, 2 and 17 as we return to Larry Olsen. And was the time. John Powell in the saddle.
Hello, Brendan. Stewards have just advised us that Graham Rogerson, the trainer of Lion Pride, has stated that they will endeavour to have the horse ridden just off the speed today with cover. Stephen King aboard, led up here over 1400 behind Leroy Brown last start. And I note in the ring that there has been a specking for number 8 Lion Pride. Popular pick Fiery Venture on the tote 310 line ball. Pearly King's best back to beat him 430 on the tote, just a margin better in the ring, and a sprinkle at longer odds for number 8 Lion Pride. Now they're starting to walk in at the 1200 metres. Previous race of the day went to 3 in top swing. Craig Carmody beat 7 Hipwell, 6 Fortified and 1 Aracena. Very much a problem horse Aracena at the moment. Went round to the barrier with the clerk of the course. He refused to enter the gates for quite some time. When the gates opened, he came out very ordinarily and he ran fourth. So he's got a lot to do in the manor department, learning-wise. And Private Steer won the first, number 1 Grant Buckley, beat 8 Decina, 7 Fine Society and 3 Eminently. Right, so in this, the third race of the day, Fiery Venture first up for 9 months. Chris Muntz aboard, and Fiery Venture drawing the inside with networks out. Fiery Venture with a barrier blanket aboard went straight in. Yep, solid favourite. Hasn't budged in the last 10 minutes of betting action. Fiery Venture ran second before going out for a spell in the Kembla Grange TRL Classic behind a half Hennessy. He'd beaten Beggar on the Kensington track here at his start prior to that. An interesting runner here is Grand West over from South Africa. Hasn't run since last January. David Payne training him. Anyway, we'll shortly know. Grand West is in and everything is in readiness for a start. Ready, They're off this time. Fiery Venture came out rather ordinarily from the inside. Pearly Kings and Jazz Fund jump quickly. So did Hillman, Grand West wide. Lion Pride is up looking for the lead, followed by Silver Load, and then comes Lion Dancer, Valid Reason. Cossack Reef second last. The favourite after a tidy jump is last Fiery Venture. Working down past the 850 and Jazz Fund and Hillman, with Hillman taking up the lead now from Jazz Fund. Third is Lion Pride, followed by Pearly Kings in the middle and Grand West on the outside, shading Pearly Kings now. Silver Load around Lion Dancer, followed by Cossack Reef, and then comes Valid Reason. And Fiery Ventures last as they prepare to wind around the Randwick home corner. Hillman in blinkers for the first time, a clear leader from Jazz Fund as they straighten. Lion Pride, oh, he's getting a beautiful run through as Jazz Fund lugged, and now Beedman calls upon Pearly Kings, and the Crown Lodge horses sprinting after Lion Pride. Fiery Ventures a long way back inside the 200, and Pearly Kings takes the lead now. Lion Pride a neck away second. A race into Lion Dancer, Silver Load. The leader Pearly Kings. Lion Pride won't give in without a fight, but Pearly Kings is too strong for him, and Pearly Kings narrowly from Lion Pride. Little between Silver Load and Lion Dancer for third, and then came Fiery Venture, who made up quite a deal of ground in the last 75 from Hillman weakening. Valid Reason, Jazz Fund, Grand West, and Cossack Reef was last. Number one, the winner there. Pearly Kings, ridden by Darren Beedman, has scored here after a good tussle with Lion Pride. Gee, I tell you what, they weren't that far off with Lion Pride. Late instructions that the horse was going to be ridden just off the speed today, if at all possible. That suited him. He got a lovely run through as they straightened, but he just wasn't quite good enough. Pearly Kings, he had that race fitness today with that one run under his belt, and he was just a shade too good. Waiting on the numbers. Pearly Kings by Quest for Fame from Pink Tada. So certainly a good producer. Isn't he a good sire, Quest for Fame? English Derby winner John Hawkes for the Woodland stud, Crown Lodge, and Darren Beedman. Here are the numbers: 1, 8, 10 and 4. Number 8 is second, and that is Lion Pride, ridden by Stephen King, by Lion Hunter from Battle Day, trained by Graham Rogerson. 10 Silver Load, third, a grey gelding by Langfur from Lily Antoinette. She's been a good producer, trained by Gordon York, Terry Treichel. And number 4 was the official fourth, and that was Lion Dancer. 1, 8, 10 and 4, and here are the tates. Number 1, 4, 10 and 150. Number 8, 270. Number 10, $4.60. Quinella was $21.40. The exacta paid $37.80. Trifecta $686. The first four, 1, 8, 10, 4, $2,762.30. The daily double special dividend. Let's have a look and see if that's going to be needed. Yes, it will, and it's paid $4.30. $4.30. Margins a short head, 2.5 lengths, 109.98.
It's a handy gallop too they've run, and that one's from the family of a former quality race mare, Deck the Halls. Can you remember which races she ran? She was placed in an Oaks, a couple of Oaks in fact, AJC and VRC. Her Rosehill Guineas was her most famous victory. Her third placing in the AJC Derby, one of her most famous placings. She was a super mare. And that winner's from the same family. Play. Currently shapes up with some support. Royster has eased a little, and Sparkling Gulch at $5.90. Well, step ahead, got up from the luckless King's College in the previous. Greg Miles, have we got a standout fancy in this race? It's due to go 3 minutes from now. Now, Moonee Valley legible remains the firm elect. Money Cirque du Soleil and other support. Fuji Beauty has eased. Goldburst has been a notable easer on the tote, and Lochinvar Lass out to $31. So, as we're near this start time, we have correct weight, by the way, at Victoria Park on 2, 6, 1 and 5 after an action-packed race. And just repeating, if you missed the news, there was a nasty incident in race 2 where Mr. JV speared through the inside running rail on the 2-year-old race. Sadly for the owners and those who watched it, the horse was euthanized. Justin Potter has been transferred to hospital, and we await a report there. Volkman out to 560 at Doomben. The race is due to go 11 from now. We check over the page to the remaining chances, and it's 820 Sassano. Moonee Valley as they start to move in. Gregory Miles.
Righto, Brendan, 1,600 metres for this, the fourth on the card. Starts the quaddie on the local TAB. Legible, the easing favourite on course. Best tried Cirque du Soleil. Third favourite is Royster. This is Gold Burst in the black and pink colours. He's 20 to 1 chance on the tote. Never really got into the race at Sandown last Saturday. Legible's 3 runs so far have all indicated she's been looking to get out over a longer journey, which she does for the first time. Daughter of Zabeel. Monaghan Millam moves Fuji Beauty up into the gates now. Takes the inside stall. Next to move up is Casanovet. Won the maiden at Benalla last time out. Came from well back and wide. Royster coming in will appreciate this 1,600. Made a lot of ground at Victoria Park. Came from last at its most recent run. Has a kilo and a half off for Mark Zara. Legible, Lochinvar Lass away from the line with Sparkling Gulch. Be My Person. So 5 to move up, 5 or 6 to move in. Here's Legible now going up. Sparkling Gulch to go up. Led them up over the 1,600 here last time in the race won by Jamila. Kicked pretty well. Be My Person comes along. Still a maiden, but this distance is going to suit. Ran on very nicely in that same race that Sparkling Gulch was placed in. Lochinvar Lass is set. Sports blinkers for the first time. Here's Cirque du Soleil on the quick back up from Wednesday last. Best tried in the race, backed into second favourite. So Gold Burst the last to move in. Previous race won by Step Ahead. The second was won by Divine Secret. The first to Flurry's Gem. And now they're set for race 4. Fuji Beauty on the inside has attendants all round her. All clear. Off they go. Fuji Beauty didn't jump well. Casanovet was away nicely. Be My Person, Sparkling Gulch and Lochinvar Lass all away quickly. So was Cirque du Soleil. Whilst Legible's getting back now, has about 3 behind her. Be My Person, the leader, up to the turn at the 1,200. Led Sparkling Gulch, Lochinvar Lass wider out to third. Fuji Beauty is in fourth. And a length and a half further back in the field, then Cirque du Soleil. 1 further back is Casanovet on the inside, and then Legible. Gold Burst going around her, leaving the favourite second last, and Royster's last of all. In the back at the 1,100, Be My Person by 2.5. Sparkling Gulch is second. Lochinvar Lass 2 lengths away third on the outside of Fuji Beauty. Cirque du Soleil is running fifth, followed by Gold Burst, Casanovet, 2 Legible, and Royster last of all. In the run to the turn at the 800 metres, Be My Person by 2. Sparkling Gulch second. Fuji Beauty third. Lochinvar Lass is fourth the outside, and then came Cirque du Soleil. Casanovet the inside. Legible off and running around the outside quickly, and she's sprinting very hard up the side, and they're followed by Gold Burst, and Royster is last of all their bunch right up at the 600 metre mark now, and Sparkling Gulch with Legible on the outside go to the lead now, and they draw about a length in front of Be My Person. Cirque du Soleil still working home. Here comes Royster, and next in the field then as they sweep to the turn was Casanovet. Sparkling Gulch, Be My Person. Legible got there but is now flat, and Cirque du Soleil is the new horse on the scene, followed by Royster. Sparkling Gulch, Be My Person leads Cirque du Soleil. Legible can't go on. Sparkling Gulch in the middle, put their head in front of Be My Person, then Cirque du Soleil. Sparkling Gulch in front, Cirque du Soleil trying hard, Be My Person kicking back, they hit the line. Sparkling Gulch or Be My Person, one or the other. They've hit it pretty close. Cirque du Soleil third, and then Legible. Fuji Beauty, Royster, followed in by Lochinvar Lass, Gold Burst and Casanovet. Judge will call for a photo here. Sparkling Gulch the outside, Be My Person the inside. Generally the horse on the outside you think has an advantage, but this horse on the rails refused to yield, has kicked very well, and you've just got to stay out of that. That's just too close to call. Sparkling Gulch on the outside, Be My Person on the inside. Cameraman seems to think Be My Person, but I'll stay right out of the argument. It's very nearly a dead heat, this. Extremely close. You just couldn't call it to the naked eye at all. Cirque du Soleil had a chance. She's run third, beaten about a half length on the line. Photos for the placings. Legible got there quickly, but she was flat at the home turn. Here it is. 5's got it. Be My Person. On the inside, 5, Be My Person has won. Second 4, Sparkling Gulch, Matt Papa. Third 1, Cirque du Soleil, Damien Oliver. Numbers are 5, 4 and 1. Expect $9.30, $2.70 for the winner, $2 second, and $1.40 for third place. Did they get tight at all? Run down the straight here, Be My Person on the inside and Sparkling Gulch. She's just laid out a little, very, very close to the wire there though. 5, 4 and 1 in 1 minute and 39 seconds. Be My Person, well, she was a maiden going into the race, but her effort was very good last time out here over the 1600 in that race won by Jamila. Form holding up well out of it, wasn't it? They've run the first and second here, and they ran second and third under the lights in the race that Jamila won in a narrow go. Winner is by Personal Flag from Kiwi Rose, trained by David Brightoak and ridden by Kieran McAvoy, who has been riding in sensational form of late. In fact, he's had a very big few days. He's had trebles and doubles all over the place, which have taken him to the lead in the Jockeys Premiership. Had a treble at Sandown, doubles at Werribee last Sunday, and a double at Geelong during the week. And he's now had 30 Metropolitan winners, and he leads Damien Oliver. Damien on 28.
Okay, Damien on 28, and the rest of the news later, no doubt. Kieran McAvoy for David Brightoak. Okay, Greg, thanking you. Correct weight we await from Moonee Valley. Lawrence Olsen standing by at Doomben. Let's go back trackside for some late mail.
We got the numbers here. 1.
Is about 3/4 of a point shorter than the player. Yes Chief has been slightly the better backed of the pair, and the third elect in the event would be probably now on course number 7, Reef Knot. Anyway, they're starting to move into the barrier stalls on the toe to New South Wales. Number 2, Yes Chief, is $3.20 and $1.30. Number 9, the player, $4 and $1.80. And number 4, Cash Cash, is $6.80 and $2. Cash Cash just on double figures in the ring. Previous race was won by Pearly Kings. Number 1, Darren Beatman, beat 8 Lion Pride, 10 Silver Load and 4 Lion Dancer. The second, 3 in Top Swing, Craig Carmody, 7 Hipwell, 6 Fortified, 1 ran 4th Aracena, and 1 Private Steer, Grant Buckley, looked good winning the first from 8 Decina, 7 Fine Society and 3 Eminently. Now, coming up to line is Cash Cash. That's what his owner Merv Wood calls him. Merv races him with Graham Rogerson, and Cash Cash coming into the stalls. And we're ready for action. This is the 4th of the day over the 2000, and away they go. And the best out was Trillion Delight. The player jumped nicely. So did Road to Dance, and the Victorian Reef Knot is 4th, but pretty wide out. Mr. Attorney getting back a little as Cash Cash improves, and then a gap over on the inside majestically. Second last, Yes Chief, and 2.5 to Henderson Bay. Trillion Delight leads clearly now as they work towards the back of the track and opens up nearly 2 lengths on Reef Knot. A length the Cash Cash on the outside of Road to Dance, followed closely by the player. 2.5 majestically inside Mr. Attorney, then the popular pick Yes Chief, and 3 or 4 lengths to Henderson Bay. They're really starting to stretch out now as they leave the 1400 peg behind them, and Trillion Delight bowling along at his leisure leads a couple of lengths on Reef Knot. Cash Cash on the outside of Road to Dance, then the player. Another 2 lengths coming on the inside majestically, just shading Mr. Attorney. Yes Chief another 2 off, and 3 lengths to Henderson Bay. 12 to 15 covers them out of the back and going to the side near the 1000 marker, and Trillion Delight keen to run and has a lead of 2.5 lengths on Reef Knot. 1.5 to Cash Cash, then Road to Dance, followed by the player. Majestically over on the rails, followed by Mr. Attorney. Yes Chief next to last, and Henderson Bay given a crack with the whippers last. In this order they go down to the 700 mark, a little or no change. Reef Knot getting a shade closer to this leader Trillion Delight. Trillion Delight at the 600, a half length on the Victorian. Reef Knot a length the Cash Cash, 3 deep, and then comes on the inside Road to Dance. The player pushed along to make ground, and then majestically followed closely then by Yes Chief, who was getting onto the back of the player, but Brown switched round the player on Yes Chief because the player wasn't going quickly enough for him, and Yes Chief is starting to sprint very quickly to the 250, and Yes Chief went to the front from Trillion Delight. Reef Knot, the player's not going on with it, getting clear majestically. It's Yes Chief in front, majestically on the inside, warming to the task. Yes Yes Chief is very tired. He's holding Majestically, and Yes Chief beat Majestically in third. Road to Dance, the player next from Cash Henderson Bay, Trillion Delight, followed by Reef Knot and Mr. Attorney close up in last position, and there was only a handful of lengths between first and last as the line was reached. 2, 3 and 8 should be the numbers after the Centre Care handicap. Yes Chief. Number 2, geez, a very honest horse by Chief Crown, a grey gelding, a 6-year-old from the Sharp Edge mare Snow Leopard. Another win to Johnny Hawks. Let's have a look at the statistics now with Hawksy and Waterhouse. They win a third of the races in Sydney between them. So Hawksy's won a double today. Gaze had no luck. So Hawksy on 56.5, breathing right down the neck of G Waterhouse on 60.60. Numbers will be up in a moment. 2, Yes Chief first starts. Number 19, Win 6, 3 seconds, 2/3. He got onto the back of the player, Corey, and Yes Chief coming down towards the 600, but the player wasn't going well enough, and Corey switched round him quickly as they straightened up, and Yes Chief, a low tiring, has held Majestically. Here we go. 2, 3, 8, 9, and the 5th and 6th to follow. 2, Yes Chief, the winner. 3, Majestically by Maroof, trained by Jack Denham, ridden by Rob Thompson. Number 8, third, Road to Dance by Celestial Dancer, trained by Bede Murray. Dan Beasley, 9 ran 4th. Margins a length. The time was 2:02.42, and 38.06 was the last 600 metres, and some totes for you.
As listed on screen and as mentioned, the first 4 details on 2389, first 4, 1973.20, and that last 600, 38.06, indicative that they could come from behind and sprint away, albeit without huge margins across the field. 38.06. Heading out at Victoria Park.
Under the odds, both .com and Mrs. Bentley. There's .com going in. First leg of the quaddie won by Be My Person. It was 5-4-1. Be My Person winning by a nose. Frere Jacques comes up. Michelle Payne on 99 career wins. So they're all in, set to go. Ikalaka has stool 2. Sandbelt alongside it. Mrs. Bentley trying, just almost got her head over the front of the stalls out there in gate 10. Now she stands a little better, although she's slashing out behind. This is very unlike Mrs. Bentley. She's normally a placid little lady, but she's got herself pretty agitated in the gates there, and they might well have to back her out and have a look at her. She's just kicking out. It's not helping at all. Damien Oliver is very wisely cleared out. He's staying well away from this. Mrs. Bentley is actually in foal at the moment to Testarossa, and she's towards the tail end of her racing career, and it might be minus 1 more start here the way she carried on there. She was lashing about in the gates. Let's see, what is she? She's $6.60 on the tote. She's much better odds on track. She's continued to drift out all the way. Let's just see if we can... the sub is 8 if she comes out here. Caradan will be the sub. Now, there's another one playing up in the gates, and that's Frere Jacques. Got his near foreleg over the stall alongside him, right into on top of .com. And you can have big odds him starting in this race now. Once they get their leg over an adjoining petition, any sorts of problems can occur there, muscle strain and what have you, so I wouldn't reckon Frere Jacques will run. And the vet is running the rule over Mrs. Bentley behind the line. .com's been backed out of line too because Frere Jacques has caused all the problem alongside him. Now they've just